Hey y'all, it's Tastepink and I'm back sharing tips on braidless crochet featuring a U-part wig. This is so bomb for my beginners, so we're just gonna jump right into it. So this is the crochet U-part wig. It has combs and you guys see it has the opening towards the front. And I just wanted to give you a full view. It's very similar to the standard crochet wig cap with combs, but of course you want to make sure that you secure your cap in place. You guys have seen me crochet hair onto wig caps so many different times. You always want to start at the base and then begin to work your way upward. Now when it comes to spacing, it depends on the density, the volume that you prefer. So the more density, the closer you pack your knots, you know, when it comes to each row of hair. But if you want something that's less dense, you want to add a bit more space. So you can use 2 finger widths, you can use 1.5, you can also use 2.5 to 3 finger widths. It all depends on the look that you're going for, how often you are splitting the hair, and you know, to get the aesthetic that you desire. If you need more tutorials, I'll definitely have some linked in the description box. For me, it's always easiest to work in sections. Now, it took me little to no time to do this. I can honestly get a crochet wig done in anywhere from like 50 minutes to an hour and a half if I'm moving slow. But today I was on one and I was moving through. It took me about like 55 minutes. You just have to get really focused. Once you find your rhythm, you find your groove, you're good. Now for the front of the cap, I chose to switch my latch hook to a hook that is smaller in size. It's going to make it a lot easier when you're crocheting hair towards the front. It has little holes going around the U part itself, but those holes aren't as secure as I'd like, so they definitely snapped and like broke a few times, so I don't recommend. I wanted to show you guys that so you know exactly what you're getting into. But these U-part wig caps will be linked in the description box if you're interested in checking them out. This is like the equivalent of making a super like chic U-part wig. So this is just a super affordable alternative for the girls who, you know, want to slay their look, but they want to do something different and you have the time to do it yourself. Like, DIY queens are where it's at, okay? Like, no one will have your look because you've got the skill, you've got the resources, and you know what you're doing and you can slay any look. Now for the front of my hair, I just wanted to moisturize it first. And you know, make sure you go from the roots all the way to the ends and detangle. Don't just moisturize your hair and then like try to throw it back, you know. And then also I'm going to add a little bit of the Sweet Peach Edge Booster, specifically in the area near the parting space because I want that area to be super flat. And then I'm just going to twist the ends down. And ultimately you kind of just want to pin it towards the back so it's out of the way. Once we put the U-part wig on, you won't even really see the ends at all. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Again, don't forget to moisturize your hair. When you do braidless crochet, the hair has to be detangled and moisturized prior to adding any type of product like gel, pomade, etc. Now with the U-part wigs, it has this little string towards the front and I just trimmed that off before putting it on. Now you definitely want to get the placement right. If you wanted to do a half up, half down kind of style, you certainly could do that. It just depends on the placement of the comb along with the amount of leave out that you have. I wanted minimal leave out because for a beginner, most of you guys are intimidated about how to remove the knots. I figured with minimal leave out, minimal knots, you guys will feel a lot more comfortable doing braidless crochet. And so the U-part wig honestly gives you a lot more styling options. You can actually get to your hair a lot quicker. If you're someone who's in the process of really like nursing your hair back to better health, this is a protective style that may take a little bit longer than your standard braidless crochet, but you have the ability to protect your hair more. So I'm going to be giving you guys different tips in the coming weeks on how to really work to improve your craft, your technique, but also make sure that you're nurturing your hair. And you really don't have to do too many knots. Don't put too much stress in the middle of your hair near the middle part. If you find that the middle part is maybe your weak area, You can also switch your part to like the left or the right sides where the hair may be stronger. And when it comes to doing like the knotless method, that is optional. I used the color 99J. I used about 3.5 packs because I wanted a really full look. But if you use a more natural color, this will blend directly with your natural hair. Like, it will look gorgeous. You have a lot of styling options, which is why I love the ringlet wand curl for this particular style. Now again, you don't have to do too much trimming. If you guys want to see a different tutorial on how I trim my crochet wigs, I will link that in the card section as well as the description box, so be sure to check it out. But for me, this is one of the best braidless crochet techniques that are super beginner friendly, and it's perfect if you are looking to really protect your hair, but you're a little bit intimidated by the process of removing this style and taking it down. You have minimal leave out, you have minimal knots to remove, and it's a lot easier because you can see each knot very clear when you're taking it down. So sis, definitely get into it. I hope you guys enjoy. Be sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, share with your homeboys, your homegirls, and definitely kiki with me in the comment section. I'll see you in the next one.